Let's shuffle over to the market. So there was a bit of topsy-turvy action today, wasn't there, Tom, when there was this threat of the Fed chair being sacked and then he wasn't?
Pete, yeah, probably underselling it a little bit. You actually saw the S&P 500 sell off by about 1% from its best to its worst levels. Encouragingly, it was able to recover from that and eclipse the previous highs. So that's significant in terms of the market being able to retain its composure, because this is a serious conversation to firstly be removing such a credible and capable central banker that has steered the US central bank through such complex periods like the pandemic is enough concern. But then it also brings into question the independence of the Fed, the protection mechanisms around the organisation. You need to have a big moat around the Fed and its independence. So you really don't want this conversation to be getting out of control. So at the end of the day, we had the S&P 500 up by around a third of 1%. Similar outcome for the Nasdaq. The Dow Jones up by 0.5%. It was a really busy day for earnings numbers last night, Pete. We had some record trading revenue for a number of organisations. We had Goldman Sachs up by 0.2% at the end of reporting its numbers. Bank of America shares were slightly weaker, down by about 0.1%. You had Morgan Stanley down by more than 1%. Bank stocks have done quite well over the course of recent months. So even though you had good earnings, they were reluctant to push them further, given the fact that they're seen as being expensive in some circumstances. Johnson & Johnson shares were up by 6% on better than expected earnings. I have to talk about an organisation called ASML, Pete. I don't know if you've heard about them, but they are arguably the producers of some of the most sophisticated technology in the world. They make the machines that produce computer chips. So last night they said that they wouldn't be able to offer a forecast for the next year because of the uncertainty at the moment. That saw the shares down by 11%, and that's part of the reason why technology stocks underperformed last night.
Interesting. Thank you, Tom. We'll chat to you in a few hours.